Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, the jury has been set. We've got the 12 members. We have the 6 alternates. And this is obviously for the Trump New York criminal trial, which involves the falsification of business records used to prevent the stories of an affair with Karen McDougal and the sexual assault of Stephanie Clifford from reaching the American people, which would have happened immediately after the Access Hollywood tapes, so that Trump could continue being popular in the polls, especially with evangelicals, and helped him secure the presidency in 2016. 34 felony counts. A lot of things to read on this one. I want to get a vibe for how Trump's feeling about this court case. They're doing some additional challenges. I'll ask how that goes, although I could tell you right now it's not going to go anywhere. Somebody was throwing pamphlets with conspiracy theories stuff all over them, like Trump and Biden are working together for a coup of the United States. Then he poured a bunch of a flammable liquid substance on themselves and then set themselves on fire. And we can look into that a little bit. It does not appear to be a terrorist attack. It does not appear to be somebody who is either a big Biden or Trump supporter. It just sounds like somebody who's been in the grip of QAnon or something along those lines. Maybe probably has mental health issues. We'll find out. And Monday. Monday it starts. Opening arguments on Monday. Wild. They got the jury sat down in a week. So let's go and look at the energies and see what's going on with this trial. Okay? Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. By the way, happy Saturday, everybody. I hope everything's going well for you on this weekend. If you're watching this not on Saturday, because you found my show later, hope you're having a good day anyways. Entertainment purposes only. What's the general energy around Donald Trump right now that the jury sat and this trial starts Monday? The star card. Okay, it's showtime for the movie star, but it's also showtime for the adult film actress. Actually, I think that's more the issue of what's going on here. There are going to be some stars created in this trial. There's going to be star-like moments. This is also historic. This is a historic trial that we're about to see here. Now we've got the woman with the pitcher of water pouring water onto the ground and into the pool. We're going to hear very different stories from the witnesses and from the defense. Although it's not clear and I'll ask if Trump's going to testify. Right now, Trump went through a hearing today to see if it would be a good idea if he testifies. And he says he wants to testify. If he testifies, the networks are going to be really upset because the ratings would be through the roof. But star card, that's the foundation. Crossed with the victory card. Or on the low energy, it's the look at me card. So, and the illusions and delusions. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so one way to look at this. Somebody thinks they're a star. And they're going to come out of this victorious. But they may not have the integrity. They may be somewhat delusional in that vibe. And I'm going to say, because I was asking how Donald Trump's feeling about it, I think he thinks he's going to rock this. He's convinced that if he gets out there and he testifies, people are absolutely going to believe him because, he's Donald Trump and everybody loves Donald Trump. He's going to be victorious and he'll ride this wave all the way to the White House. That's what he's thinking. I will read the low energy of this as I get to the end. And then I can even read the Stephanie Clifford version of it if you like. In the past is the devil card. That energy of getting people to do what you want, eating around the edges of their ethics and their morals, and then they become fiercely loyal to you. It's what has gotten him here to this point. Notice there's also I hadn't really noticed before, there's a pentagram above his head. It's not the same as the star. 5 points versus 8 points. But still, it's kind of interesting. Current situation, though, is that 9 of Wands. Here's the thing. Trump is not in control of this trial. This is a really weird position for him to be in. He's used to dictating terms. What's going to be talked about, how long it's going to be talked about, when you're going to change the subject. Sorry, I need a drink there. But he's not in charge. And he doesn't know everything that's coming. I mean, they've shared the evidence. So the defense, he knows what the evidence the defense, what the prosecution has and how it's going to go. But what he doesn't know is, he's relying on a jury. So it's almost like, if he testified, I think he would be like Amber Heard, where he'd be looking at the jury the whole time. Maybe not. I think he'd be looking at his attorney. He would definitely be glowering at the other attorney. But he's looking at the jury, because the jury decides his fate. He's been watching the jury proceedings too. Apparently he's really bored in court until the jury starts talking about what their opinions are of him, and then he's all ears. Overarching energy is the Hanged Man. I think he's going to he's gonna learn some things, or certainly people are going to learn things about him and see him in a different light. That's the high energy here. The low energy is the self-sacrifice. He does message about the self-sacrifice, though. If they can come after me, they can come after you. That tends to be a recurring theme of his messages here. But maybe he's going to try. I think he's just going to try and smear all these witnesses against him, or he wants his lawyers to do that, so that the jury doesn't believe them. But I think what this is that we're moving away from Donald and we're starting to get into the trial here. Lesson to be learned is justice. He has never had to face justice before, and he might be facing, the first time he's facing criminal trials and felonies, no less. And there may not be a way out of this tree in his current position. Both hands tied behind his back and 1 foot tied behind his back. He's got 1 foot to work with, and he's upside down. And here's justice right here. The outcome. 2 of Wands. He's already planning how he is going to appeal this case and try and get it delayed till after the election. But he's also got other cases that he's got his eyes on. This case does not have his full attention, because there's so much going on. You've got Supreme Court cases, you've got other trials, you've got all sorts of things that are attracting his attention, and not the least of which is the volatility of TMTG stock, DJT stock, off of its highs of $77 a share. It's rebounded quite a bit this week, but the volatility is there, and I'm sure that's keeping him distracted as well. That's the high energy. What's kind of the fearful stuff that's going on? I think he's seeing his star falling. That people are going to believe, he's worried. You got Stormy Daniels here as an adult star, but his star might be falling, and all eyes are going to be on him because of Stephanie Clifford's testimony about Donald Trump. His bad behavior, all his warts, all the ugliness, all the lies, the cheating, the deceit is going to come out in this trial. People are going to hear things about Donald Trump that well, they've heard rumors before, but now it's going to be under sworn oaths in a court of law, backed by evidence. This is going to, it's going to be one beating after another. I'm drawn to the bandana around his head, like he's got a head injury. And kind of that shell-shocked look on his face. Okay? Truth after truth after truth after truth are going to be revealed about this man. About the affairs that he had when his wife was pregnant. About the sexual encounters that he had after his wife gave birth. What actions he took to falsify business records. He's going to try and argue that it's advice to counsel. That's not going to work because he needed to claim that earlier, and that will put him on the stand, which may not be a good place for him. He might argue that he just did it to hide it from Melania, but that's not going to work because of the way he falsified the business records. You know, and the timing isn't going to work on that. So he's going to be beleaguered. Now, the other thing I was pointing out with that bandana here, it's like a head injury. You know, something affecting your brain as this goes through. It's like it's brain popping. His illusions, it's like his magical world that he's created is about to be popped. The bubble that is his world is about to be popped. The overarching energy is the Hanged Man. How much of this can he take? How much humiliation can he take? Stormy Daniels has commented about his manhood looking like a misshapen mushroom. And, you know, this could be the equivalent of the mashed potato bowl being dumped on his head type of thing. And, you know, all the blood rushing to his brain. And you've got the light here illuminating his head. Everybody is seeing who this guy is. The illusion stripped away. Justice is going to be served on this one. One way, shape, or form, justice is here. And he's not ready for it. He's never been ready for it. He's always trying to delay it. Delay. But it's arrived. And there's nothing he can do to stop it. It's here. He can look to the future to try and undo things or minimize the damage. But it's arrived. It's here. He can't do this anymore. I mentioned the head thing because I've done those readings in the past where I get like the Three of Swords and I comment, it's like it's a race between his heart and his head. Whether, you know, if he has a medical event, whether it's a stroke or a heart attack. And there's no reason why he can't be both. There's just, you know, head injury. Libby from Meister Tarot is pretty much on the same page. The extra bit that she's added to it that was different than mine is the humiliation factor. Is in her mind is what triggers the event, the medical event. And I think she's saying it's going to be a stroke. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. Okay, but yeah, this guy's never been held accountable like this. Criminal no less. You know, this is that hangman. This is going to prison type stuff. That Nine of Wands. This is going to prison. Those are bars behind you there. You're right there. How are you going to get out of this? And again, you got the Justice card of the Two of Wands. Justice card, that's not good because, you know, the evidence against him is overwhelming, and Michael Cohen has been sent to prison for the same set of information, you know, for the fraud that he committed. Okay. So that's how he's feeling about the case right now. I don't really feel the need to throw on the jury anymore. I did the reading yesterday when all 12 of the normal sitting jurors were done. Hopefully there's no alternates that need to get in there. There's always that possibility. Oh, yeah, the guy outside. Okay, so if you hadn't heard, while the hearings were going on, a fellow set up in a park across from the courthouse. and he had a bunch of literature that he threw on the ground that was, again, conspiracy theory related type stuff. And then he poured some accelerant, some flammable accelerant on himself and set himself on fire. The fires did get put out, but he is currently in critical condition. I haven't looked to see if his condition has improved or if he's passed from his wounds. To me, were it me, and I don't want to survive that. But what's going on with this guy? I stopped shuffling the cards because I like where that card is right there. What's going on with this guy? Why did he do this? Is he some big Biden supporter, some big Trumper, QAnoner? It looks like it's QAnoner. He might have mental health issues. Let's see what we got. Two of Wands. Well, this is something he was planning. He was looking. It could be that, his worldview outlook. He's like one of the types that is looking at the Illuminati. The Illuminati are controlling the world, and I need to bring people's attention to it. What's the action I can do that can bring attention to, again, the Illuminati and what they're doing with the world? And he had to make a choice as to what he was going to do. Am I going to stick around and fight, or am I going to self-immolate and bring attention to this fight? So lots of decisions to be made about his future. The Chariot. And this is things moving on. This could also be, is he getting ready to leave this world? I'm sure he had an NDE with this experience, and decision needs to be made if he's coming or going here. The Chariot. This was, again, to me, this is something progressive. It could also be mental health related, bipolarism. Two swords are intellect and diverging. So I'm going to guess he's bipolar. That doesn't seem like it's a real stretch that he has mental health issues. You know what I mean? But I'm going to guess it's untreated bipolarism, and it's probably a condition that's been getting worse. And it led to this moment here. In the past, the Three of Coins. Yeah, I suspect we're going to find out that he's been either been in mental facilities or he's had psychiatric help before. The 3 days is like if he's tried to commit suicide before, they put you on like a 72-hour watch, the 3 days, 24-hour days type of thing. He might have been getting help, but I suspect that this is going to be somebody, if he was getting help, he was off his meds. Again, totally entertainment purposes only. I have no knowledge on this guy, and I don't really want to defame him or anything along those lines. I'm trying to read the cards and interpret what they could mean. Current situation is Temperance. Detoxification, healing. It's really touch and go. Now, it's funny because water is a thing that's going to put out fire. And wands are about fire here. And I talked about near-death experiences. I think really if he is on the road to recovery, he's on a long road to recovery, especially critical condition with fire burns. And he's covering his whole body with a flammable material. We'll see what this means, because this is also an angel, so this could be one of those things where if he does pass, there's going to be some healing that happens on the other side. Overarching energy is the Knight of Swords. This seemed like it was a rash thing to do. It's like he woke up this morning and decided he was going to do this. And he had to do something quick. Something was done quick. This could also be the quick reaction of officers and other people to try and put the fire out on this guy. It can also be judgment is coming quickly too. The lesson to be learned is the Nine of Coins. coins are about wealth and health. I'm going to go with health on this one. This could be, nursing, convalescent homes. It's not like he's being paid to do it. I don't think he's lost his wife or anything like that. He's looking very afterlifey. I don't know if he's going to survive this. The outcome is the 7 of coins. The evaluation of your values. Evaluation of your health. The part that makes me think he's going to survive is that he's being treated right now. They got to him quickly. There's a lot of convalescing and healing going on here. But I think there's going to be it's like he's going to be constantly having to be in the hospital. But we got this progression here. Okay, I'll just ask the question. Will this man who set himself on fire outside of the courthouse, will he survive? Okay, cards in different spots. We move the bottom of the deck off the bottom of the deck. We fake shuffle so everybody thinks that I'm actually mixing up the cards. Will he survive? Will this man survive this self-immolation? Will this man survive this self-immolation? Yeah. Let's go. Four Carter. 9 of Cups. I would say this is a yes card. I'm curious though, because this almost looks like a life review type of thing, where the Council of 10, you got the 9 Cups and the 10th person right here, are doing that life review with you. What have you done with your life? Have you lived a life? Here's people helping him with his health or something along those lines. Empress taking care of him. The 4 of Swords and the Moon card. Confusion, lunacy underneath here. I think he survives it. I do think he survives it. Again, I would not doubt if he had a near-death experience and was sent back. I think he survives it. There's a lot of treatment that's going to go on. A lot of treatment. This guy's going to be under medical care for a very long time. And it is possible he succumbs to his wounds that he has here, just because of the risk of infection is so great. He could go into a coma, for instance. Yeah, but you got that lunacy here. It also makes you wonder. It's funny because if you do something like this, they'll then take you to court because how dare you try and burn yourself? We need to incarcerate you. And I don't know if that's what he needs. So I think this is almost like they're going to put him in a facility where he can get help, mental health help, and be under medication and guidance. It's like I would guess he's probably going to be institutionalized. He may not get out. Okay. But it's looking like he's like he may survive this. I'm not. To me, he's not out of the woods yet. Because that 4 of Swords right there, that could be your time in the void, or if you're going if the 9 of Cups is the Council of 10, you're going to be in the healing part of heaven, or whatever afterlife place you would like to have. the Empress would be the healing of him and like his guardian angel watching over him. And then the Moon card underneath is that choice. You know, does he need to go back? Has he fulfilled his life mission? Queen of Pentacles is flying out. Life is valuable. It's up in the air. I don't know. I don't know the answer on that one. I'm going to say he does survive it. Survive it. I don't know if he will, you know, if that survival is, you know, weeks, for instance. Days or weeks. Yeah, I don't think he'll succumb tonight, but, you know, it may not be the burns that kill him, but I think there's a real risk of infection. That's where I'm going with it. Okay, sorry, that's taken a wild turn. Much longer spent on this than I wanted to spend on it. For the court case Monday, oh, yeah, the delays. That's what it was. Trump is already, and his team are already trying to get delays in here. Will any of their delays successfully delay this case, and if so, for how long? They're trying to say that the appeals court needs to hear his appeal that he can't get a fair trial in Manhattan. And they kicked it out saying you have to wait till a jury sat. Well, the jury's now sat, so now his lawyers argued that on Friday. Will any of his court cases get delayed? There's a big push. Values, money, health. Well, if he has his heart attack or his stroke this weekend, that could delay it, I suppose. There's a big offering here, but is there any value with his big push here? Three of Wands. Yeah, there's a big push that he's trying to make to get this case delayed, pushed off into the future. And underneath is the Two of Swords. Yeah, he's at a crossroads. He's run out of time. And this is going to be their last best push to get things delayed. In the past, Seven of Swords, always getting away with the delays. Always, always, always. This guy has worked the legal system like I've never seen. Never sees the inside of a courtroom. It is just absolutely flat out amazing that of all these court cases that have been out against him, one actually finally made it. It's amazing how well he has managed to delay all the other cases. Whether it's getting the Supreme Court to intervene, getting a federal judge to risk her career on something like this. It's just... Or even, bringing up dirt about a personal relationship of a district attorney that has nothing to do with his case. It's amazing. Current situation is the Eight of Wands. The quick messaging. We've got to get this done quick, quick, quick. The judge moved too quickly. The jury got sat too quickly. We need to slow things down. We can't have these things going as fast. That is one of the things that that was notable about this, is that how quickly this judge has kept things moving along. Trump does, he doesn't like fast. He wants it slow and delayed. The overarching energy is the Two of Cups. Trump, again, he's going to try and make the argument, taken to the appeals court, that he can't get a fair trial here. The DA is arguing back that the fact that they could go through a few hundred people and found 12 people that could get through the jury questions, the judge's questions, and the challenges is an indication he absolutely can get a fair trial. To me, this is the jury getting set and, the prosecution and the defense agreeing that this is the jury that they want to adjudicate this case. And Trump saying he can't get a fair one, but there's no indication that he couldn't get a fair one. If he couldn't get a fair one, it would be you would have gone through 10 different jury pools because you just can't find enough unbiased people. The lesson to be learned is the King of Swords. Alvin Bragg ain't fooling around here. The district attorney's not fooling around, and I don't think the appeals courts are going to buy his argument. The outcome is the 3 of coins. It's possible the appeals court hears it and might delay things like 3 days. Possibly. I think more to the point, it's going to be, now, it's time to start this. It's time to start this trial. We've been waiting for a long time for this trial. You've had your delays. You've had your chances. It's time to begin the trial. And the reason why I say that is that there's no indication I can see that he can't get a fair trial in Manhattan. And I don't think... if there's a delay, we're only talking 3 hours, 3 days, not 3 weeks, not 3 months, not 3 years. It would be a very short time. I don't think he's going to get it. I really don't. Anything else on this one? This is a long video. 31 minutes. Well, let's just ask. Does the appeals court delay the trial, or do they go forward with it? Do they delay the trial? Last one. Let's see what we got. The Hermit. Do they go forward? To me, I look at the Hermit with the... Always look at him going forward. Shining the light, leading the way. Let's see what the cards underneath. Yeah, I think Trump's arguments they're not based in reality. That's the problem. Page of Pentacles, messaging about money, about fairness. I can't get that trial. Can't get that fair trial. Versus justice. Justice is here. It seems like his arguments for a delay on this, they're weak. They're weak arguments. They're weak arguments. And they're not based on any legal thing. It's just based on trust me, bro. Versus the sword of justice, it's time to get this thing going. This thing's going. This thing is absolutely going. The Knight of Coins underneath it. The people have been waiting for this moment. The moment is here. We're going to begin this trial. This trial is about a wealthy person who is trying to take advantage of the system. That 9 of Pentacles oftentimes is my Melania card too. Melania wants this trial to start. She doesn't want delays. She's got prime ministers in Canada to seduce. Now, for my Melania, for my afternoon delights, my quickie that I put up on Friday at noon, I thought Trudeau was in his mid-40s. I didn't realize that he and Melania were only a year apart. Realized that I really don't. There's no there between those two. The stuff like that, the afternoon delights and the quickies, those are just lighthearted, fun readings. We have a lot of seriousness in this world, and that's just literally, that's like the gossip rag at the supermarket checkout counter, and you got somebody in front of you with a huge load of groceries, and you're bored, and you pick that one up just for the pure entertainment value. It doesn't mean you necessarily believe that Elvis is working at a 7-Eleven in Juneau, Alaska, or something along those lines, or that grizzly bears were abducted by aliens and dropped off on top of the Empire State Building. You know, whatever outlandish things that they might have on the covers. It's just silly lightheartedness that is unbelievable. Then you read it just to be entertained. Shake your head, put it on the rack, and go pay for your groceries. Okay. Of course, most of my readings could be that way too, I suppose. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your likes, shares, comments, everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so that my videos make it out to a wider audience. To folks checking out this channel for the first time or recently, welcome to the channel. Glad you found us. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.